All right, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeView Markets. It is November 9th, a little after 11 o'clock. We're actually getting better with the time. Thank you for a lot for the team to help me get better. There's a lot to talk about. The most important thing is we're going to sign into TradeGATEHub, sponsored by TradeView Markets. And this is a time where, like I say intermittently, I'm going to stress it again. We're having more and more viewers. This is the TradeGATEHub tab, and that's how I sign into it, just like this. I do the same for everybody to make sure, show you how easy the process is. And thanks for everyone for posting. But that being said, let me digress and go back to the TradeView Market site. If this TradeGATEHub tab can bring you all of this top news, top news situation, charts, just one tab can bring you Forex. And I'm trying to rush it just because I'm trying to make a point. Stocks, you just tune into TradeGATEHub. You want to see what's moving right here, right in your top losers list. Go to percent change. You want to punch up the chart. Here's the chart. So what I'm saying is TradeGATEHub is only one tab of the TradeView Market site. So poke around because this time of tremendous. I don't think I've seen more financial instruments trade at one time than ever. Meaning the dollar is just as important as ever. The bond market's just as important as ever. Cryptocurrency, which is, by the way, I consider on the precipice, if you will, and I'll get back to that in TradeGATEHub. And the commodities, GLD. Everybody knows we have a position in the golds and took a little bit off the table, thank God. And Coach said, gave us a little bit of a warning sign about the market pulling back. But to go forward and to get to my point and to repeat, Wednesday, I apologize. Poke around here. It's a great site. It's also a very personal site because most of the TradeGATEHub members and TradeView Market members, myself being here more than a decade, have been here for a while. So it's only also a very personal site. If that's, that's what we do. I mean, we want clients to be, the longer you're here, the longer we prosper and the longer everyone prospers. That's the point. Getting into TradeGATEHub, I show you the process. Let's go into the trading room. Okay, so this being, it looks like earnings season is starting to abate a little bit. The banks were the first to report. They're out. Amazon, Google, Netflix, Meta even had some news today about them having layoffs. So the big guys are basically are out of the way. And it looks like maybe the tertiary ones are still to report. Disney being the biggest one today, which we had a TGH member ask us this morning, why is the market weak? Disney is the answer to it, too. Disney. I should have gotten out of it. But this is the spot on Disney, by the way, 87.83. If I didn't own it now, I'd probably take it a position. Definitely, I wouldn't let that trade turn it into a position. I would nibble here, but I'm getting ahead of myself as I check my account for a second. What's going down here? I digress, and it's Disney. Firm, TTD, Neo, Nougat. Okay, and I had to check. Okay, here we go. The second most important feature we have is the red YouTube button, and that gives you a past history of all the videos and what we do, and a bit of our game plan and what we can offer, and also with nobody's shy here, definitely, and everyone knows I'm not shy. So go back and watch all the videos. Go to the videos, go to the playlists, and you'll get an idea of what Coach and I do. So when it comes to game time, you'll get a feel of our DNA. And this also being Wednesday, the most data that I put out in the week part is Monday morning. So I want to make the data that I put out almost somewhat dynamic. So as the videos you could see right here, you can watch it from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I make this before because I wanted you to learn the process. You know what I mean? I just, if you don't want to learn the process, put a portion of your money with us and we'll trade it. It's like the fisherman thing. I'll charter a boat and I'll bait the rig and everything like that. And you'll probably see how I do it. But the most important thing is I want you to learn how to fish, and you're not going to need us. So get back and watch the YouTube channel. It's very important. And that leads us today, which is Wednesday. The process is very similar and almost methodical, because I want the process to be almost have some sort of a memory. So when it comes to game time part, you can fire away. This is decaf, by the way. Okay. leading into today. That's my sign on. Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for posting. Do you think there's a chance of a meltdown? Do I think so, Lewis? It's about if it wasn't for earnings season, well, previously I would have less things on. You know what I mean? I would be positioning Monday, Tuesday, uh, almost buying or selling things into this PPI number, which is coming up. So I kind of shot myself in the foot because it's very, very good active trading. But the majority, if not all the stocks I'm in trouble in are these cheap low floaters that don't come back. But the action trading in PayPal, Square, I'll get to my screen in a second, has been phenomenal. So I guess you can call me somewhat hypocritical because I took myself a little bit out of the game. Plenty of solvency to know. I mean, I only have a fraction of my line on, but these things hurt a little bit. It's going to take a while. And holding up, and you know what? This is the first time after like 26 years that I actually made a couple of rules for myself. And without rules, there's chaos, and a little bit of outside chaos is normal has happened. Nothing that's not controllable, but it's taken me out of my game. It's almost like putting a leadoff hitter, in fifth. You know what I mean? I'm a small guy. When I played baseball, my strike zone was like this big. You know what I mean? Everybody hated me in the league, but I walked because I was so hard to hit the strike zone. Then I stole second and only I was in position. But now I put myself in fifth, and obviously I'm a small dude to say again that I'm not a home run hitter. I was a guy, I hit doubles, I hit triples. I eventually go for a home run, but I don't swing and take myself out of the game. All right. So the point is, everybody should know their style, and it's a time with this market being somewhat of a hot potato where you can take yourself out of the game. And if you're wrong one day, these losses get exacerbated on that very side. If you're down in something and it goes against your way and it just takes some time. Be prudent. You know what I mean? So I'll get off the soapbox. Do we think you have a chance of a melt up? Here's what Helene says right here. Tuesday's equity put call ratio there is lining up with the chart. What happened then? So everybody's all bared up. They are. So, I mean, the VIX isn't showing it yet. I don't know. I don't know. I'm prepared for what's going to happen for both sides, but I don't know. I don't think anybody else does, or else they wouldn't be this lopsided. There's an answer for that. And if you didn't want to know what it was, Mike Santoli, which I asked to post, this is what he says. You don't really have. There's an ad here. You get the picture. See what he says. I'm trying to give as many broad pictures, as many opinions as possible. Tactical sentiment, that's for the short term. When it's always in the middle, it's stock picking. Don't worry about the NCs. I'll go to my screen for a second. There are plenty of stocks that are up and down today. You can stock pick. Blank plug CNLE I had, Lennar, which came with one with DHI, best of breeds. The Solars are all acting well. A couple of Gilead. Let me go to charts. I'll even go to the show what I mean. Gilead, they're just, they're buying. Buyers are buying higher and sellers are selling lower. There's a chart on Gilead. Marna was left for dead. Believe me, that looks a lot better than it looks. DHI, one day up, one day down. Boom. That's DHR. And Lennar, same thing. Lewis made a point about Newmont yesterday. A time to recover. Now, I was a holder of Newmont, but you can't be waiting for these moves. A stock like Newmont Mining shouldn't go from 37 to 30 to 45 without any major news. And you know what? I'm holding a couple of losers like that too. But trader mentality is to take off some of your winners. I have to hold your losers and hope they come back, which hope is never an option. But you know what? If all of a sudden, if Newmont didn't come back, Newmont Mining could have very easily wound up at 35 instead of 43. And if you're not careful of your account and treat it like a business, these things happen. What's an example of something that got to me? TTD. All right. Now TTD had great news. Now it went. The stock of the high of the day was 48. The low of the day was 42 on news. Now Meta had good news today on them producing layoffs. That's at the high of the day. I was holding Meta, but you know what? If you're holding Meta, you got to watch this thing every day. Suppose Meta didn't announce layoffs. The stock's going to be $80. So you have to sort of hold these things and know what you're holding. It's very, very difficult. I sold a ton of RPD yesterday. I can't tell you how much RPD I sold yesterday. I had 12,000 shares. It was 2 days. RPD was a seller at 29. Now it's 27, 29 and a half to 27. What else did I sell yesterday? It's irrelevant. That was yesterday, but I get to Ribbon 32 to 28. Wayfair. Someone squeezed the Wayfair had earnings and squeezed some guy out of there the other day they reported earnings from 40 to 30. Now I knew it's a bad stock, but you know what? I knew it was a bad stock when it was what? Look at this, Wayfair. When it was 360, I'm the guy shorting at 320 and getting squeezed out of 360. You know what I mean? Now it's 29, but that's what it is. You got to learn from your mistakes. Crocs still going. That had earnings. Some of these, what you should be doing is pointing down what stocks had good earnings and actually held. Some had good earnings and did not hold, like CFLT, notably technology. But stocks like Crocs holding well. CLNE, by the way, I begged everybody to get in this morning. This had earnings. How can you not like this thing? CLNE broken it down trade. It's an energy, good chart. Goes above here. CLNE, I like. I'm in it. I'm going to add to it. What else had bad earnings? You know what? Devon Energy, let's be honest. Talk about oils for a second. Devon Energy was the first one to tip its hand. That was the best of breed with a double top. Devon Energy at one point last week was down $12. So we shorted some oils. Yes, Exxon still not coming back as much as it should. EOG, best of breed. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. SU, a fund holding, not giving back that much. Schlumberger, a little toppy, probably putting in there. DuPont, another Dow stock acting well and holding in there. Starbucks, another stock that's acting well, it's holding in there. But the bottom line is what's going on now is coin. And that's what it's all up to Coinbase. Coinbase had it short overnight. I covered it pre-market in the morning. I could show you pre-market, but I'm not going to. But I think it covered at 42 and a half. No, 40, 44. Maybe something like that. I forget where I covered it. Coin in play. Let's go back to our routine as we're approaching 11:15. Okay, 11. So stock picking. I post this every day. A CPI scenario analysis upon JP Morgan. There's a high level opinion about JP Morgan right there. Then I talk about McElligott, very high opinion, a Wall Street guy everybody uses. Then I give you an opinion on Goldman Sachs. So I'm trying to give you a perfect opinion without being or data without being too opinionated. And I give you the big ones. It's almost every day. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, tactical sentiment, all the CTAs, option flow, Citi, bearish positioning for this Citibank's take. So I give you Citibank, I give you Goldman Sachs, and I give you JP Morgan. Chart on the DXY, add Nougat. We added Nougat this morning. We'll show you the chart in a second. Good add. This is the public Jesus feed. Hedge funds are covering some shorts. All right, it's probably smart. I don't know if they're covering oil shorts or what they're really doing now, but another one I want to make a point at. It doesn't really matter of your style, but it's what should matter is where the big money goes. And this is what I posted this. This was last week, or actually this was posted last week a couple of times, and I did post. This is what you look for. Nougat. The guy, when was this? 11/3, but it was maybe it was a week ago. The guy stepped in with 300,000 and bought 2,500 January calls for $1.25. He didn't buy weeklies to hedge his position or just because he's a little bit offsides in the market and want to make a play. Those are the type of plays you want to see. So yesterday, 20 hours ago, I did buy some JNG, some Nougat, and I wasn't alone. And it was a fairly simple trade. I'm not going to lie. Where was the Nougat trade? Here it is, daily. Above, I mean, Coach and I go to yesterday's video about Coach and I on Tuesdays. We do on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. And we had a long discussion about this, why this time it might be different, if you will. Go to yesterday's video on our YouTube channel, please. Nougat. There it is. JNUG. Here it is. I was talked about Newmont in a second, but there's Newmont. Now Newmont has the back of Newmont's. I'm going to buy Newmont now, but it might be. It might be difficult, but the commodity. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Newmont yet. AU acting well. Look at AU making a move like that. AGQ, another Newmont type move. AGQ was positioned in silver, but what was I going to do right here in silver at 19? Wait till it goes to, I was hoping at that point. I don't like to go with hope. It's difficult. Square down today because it's into crypto. Square giving back that what? 66 to 57, giving back what? 3-4 days worth of trades. I mean, it's tough. You got to take moves. Let me see what's moving here. Hold on. BW. Oh, that's horrible. What else am I in? They're hurting us a little today. All right. The low floaters. Got to trade around them. I'm pissed. Fuck. All right. Give you Wicks gap up and gaps down. Mac was up. Meta was bullish. You want to know why this was bullish? I hope the Fed keeps into consideration, because when there's layoffs, we want there to be mass layoffs. There's a surplus of jobs. You actually want there to be a lack of jobs. So Twitter's firing 50%, Robinhood 23%, Snapchat 20%, Meta thousands, Shopify, Amazon a hiring freeze, Apple a hiring freeze. So a couple of nice charts. As I said, Coach has Jake is one of our guests, very high level, really well done, Coach. Bravo. Upgrades, downgrades, again, gapping up. We, as everybody knows, we're in array. I sold it on the open. Chevron insiders are selling at all times highs. Make a note, a lot of money too, a lot of different dudes. So I said Exxon was a short yesterday, still a short, down $3, giddy up. Couple of notes, Coach, good trade. Always a plan of the day, and I always share my screen. In the bottom right of my screen are always the stocks of the day that I'm looking at. Disney had earnings, AFRM. I think we're up in that one. We are. What are we down to? Give me a second. Oh, big recovery. Affirm, Nerve, Nougat. Here's a stock I like. I'll get to a second. So I always share my screen. AFRM had earnings. Upstart had earnings. Plug, Array, CLNE, which I still like. That was up. I picked it. CLNE, I'm still. So I'm trying to be as personal as I'm trying to be a multi-tool a coach, if you will. I'm trying to be empirical and just give you hard facts, statistical data, which, by the way, I love. I love disseminating information. Qualitative, it's almost like reading a fiction novel. It's up to everybody's opinion. I don't really want to, I don't read fiction novels because I don't really want to be in somebody else's imagination. Believe me, I got a big enough imagination as it is. I watch documentaries, you know what I mean? I actually watch facts. I want to watch how people did things and try to make them, better. So qualitative, I do post a lot of things, and that's basically sentiment. Bio stocks, they were the up movers, Clovis, Binance, and Noah's master plan. Couple of things with TDD and Array. Veru's halted. Way to go, G Money, posting great information, by the way, as well as shorting Qualcomm. Bravo. All right, Walter Bloomberg, what are you doing? Hello, NEMG, DXJ. I went through my trades. TD negative. I'm in it now. Covered some RCL. I post my trades. Anybody can participating. I'm trying to make it a community. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm trying to make it a better community. Thank you, Rich, for posting. Do I have any questions going in here? You can look at Coach's 9:30 video AM, which I'm sure is here. Posted already because the team has really been on top of things, as they always are. Let's go with our videos. Well, I thought we're live. Stream 1 hour ago. They already uploaded Coach's video, which, by the way, I'm going to do right after I get on. I'm going to watch.
Warriors, Dale Pinkers, TradeGATEHub.
Love to hear that. Good morning. Hello, Warrior. So I'm going to listen to Coach's. It's 11:20 a.m. Coach does a video at 9:30 a.m. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at TBD. Come on now. I'm going to walk Tony P. And I'm going to try to get out of some of these dogs. I'm just, you know what I mean? A lot of stocks doing well here. And if you want to know what's doing well, just go here. Stocks. This is something I would be doing is the futures are near the low. I go like this. What's near the high? As the futures are near the low, I want to know what's near the high. So how's it laughing my ass off doing? LAMO. How's that doing? Well, you know what? Because it's a pink sheet. It was me that said don't put pink sheets. Let's look at GRWD, the marijuana grower, having a great run for 2 days now. Had a nice move, still going. So these are the things I look at. So stocks. Let's look at the top US losers. So I want to look what they're taking down. TLS, the Telos Corporation. AMRS, EBS. Oh, EBS. You know what? I'll punch up EBS here. I'm sorry. EBS. Look at that one. That was a ripper at one time. They took it up today, though. What are they doing in a minute? That's all you need. There's a block. Taking it up. Great job on these charts, guys. Great job. So this is a one-stop shop. You want to know what the indices are doing? You don't have to go to investing.com. You can look right here. We're an international firm. Every index you need right here, America's. Boom. You want to know what cryptos are doing? You should, because coin's breaking a new low. His Mara's up for some reason. Here's all our crypto. Great job. Education, webinars, charts, market movers. Top news. How about this for top news? 5 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago on global headlines. Then you get the top news and you go back to TradeGATEHub and you see what we're doing. Lou, do I like Verizon? Lewis, I'm not even going to look at the chart and you're going to know my answer. Do you know what my answer is? What do I like better than Verizon? It's very simple. I'm not even going to look. You know what the answer is. Lewis asked if I like Verizon. Good question. He's a dividend. This is the 1 minute on Verizon, and I have a very simple answer. Actually, I do like it there, but the one that made me tip off was this. The big T daddy. I know you think you might miss it, and it's a little priced higher. It's good. It's first of all, it's good that AT&T is not giving back. Somebody's alerting me. TT, who's alerting me? I gotta need the bat phone. Listen, AT&T was the one that showed its stripes and says, all right. And the fact that AT&T has not pulled back from 14, you know what it takes to move AT&T from 14 to 18? This is what it takes, this volume. So Verizon, I thought would be the same type of move. And I remember I bought Verizon on the close right here, but I just didn't want to be in any dogs. But do I like it here? The answer is yes, I do. You know what I mean? AT&T is your gauge. The rotation is your gauge. It's in the right area for the dividend play. It's a safe play. Do I like Verizon? They're a better. Actually, do I like it? Listen, do I like it? Do I like it? Do I like it? I wouldn't talk you out of it, but I wouldn't talk you out of it. You're not going to be in a different tax bracket, I don't think, but certainly it's a decent play and it's building up a nice flag. So yeah, I like it. Why not? I like it. All right, what are the wise guys doing? I'll sign off here because that's really matters in the middle of the day. This is when everybody should be doing their homework. Market movers, range. Here's this. What is this? Binance strongly considering dropping out of FTX deal. That was 50 minutes ago, but on TradeGATEHub, we had that an hour ago. It's worth $1. The guy that owned FTX, well, you get the picture. I don't want to say it. No, I don't know if I should feel bad for him or what, but let's go to the Twitter feed. Let's look at the wise guys are doing. Because the guy on FTX right now is not a wise guy. He needs a TGH password, that guy. Get his money back. We'll give him a free one. He wants to sign up. It'd be in our honor to give the FTX guy, what's this? What is it? Yeah, the FTX CEO. Let's get the free password. We'll get him right back. Wise guys. Okay. Update on the action. Hedge funds have ourselves a little push and pull. Weakness in the dollar and the VIX. There's no surprise. Stay light, patient, remain tactical. It's hard to do. Crowded mega cats do look like dog, like bad, but we'll see if Meta, see the fact that Meta, if Meta was up $7 and the market was bullish, Meta's up $7, the whole board would be up, But Meta being right here tells you exactly what I made a point of just before. It's this. I'll get it because I'm making the point. It's this. 2 words. Stock picking. I'm putting out a lot of data. Stock picking right in the middle. All right, so Apple and Amazon are down and Meta's up, so that evens out the technology sector. Something's going up. I made a bad trade here. DHI still going up. DHI, look at the chart. Listen, this is one you better be reckoning with. This is like the Starbucks situation. DHI, the best of breed home builder, might be a game changer with the home, might be a game changer weekly. The rest of the home builders are Toll. Toll, you know what? Toll Brothers is not even up that much. KBH should be up a lot. No, it's only it's Toll, it's Lennar. It's Lennar. Should no, it was DHI. And it should be Lennar. It's DHI. They're going to take up DHI by themselves. I'm going to wrap it up. All right, so stock picking, everyone. Stay prudent. I was going to make a point with the wise guys. Be tactical. Mara bearish. Coin bearish. Really. AFRM bullish. AFRM bullish. I'm long that. I could have sold it too. It was just like 13.50. I'm going to buy a little more of that. Wash track. AT&T bullish. There you go, Lewis. showing some Macy's is bullish. When they're bullish on Macy's, we're in trouble. Macy's, no interest. That might have been because of Kohl's yesterday. BCLI bullish. Is this the low floater? Feels like a low floater. It's at the symbol of a low floater. BCLI, bullish and bullish. This is the BCLI chart. Now I'm talking out loud as I do my research. BCLI, no interest. You want to know why? Because I'm even going to implement new rules as of late 2022. No stocks under $5. Watch what happens next year. VIX, they're taking it up a little bit, a little profit taking. VIX should be up more. But you know what? It's lift bearish, you bitch. Carvana, going back to the dollar, everybody thought it would be. Update, put sweepers still with the ball. I would stress mostly in some NASDAQ name. Some small sweep names in Wolf. That's it. Intraday sentiment a non-factor. So you know what he's saying? You're on your own. You're on your own. Go back to this thing right here. Go back to movers with up moves, down moves, and range and good volume. That's all you need right here. Top US most active by price. Guys do a good job here. Microsoft, Tesla, no point. All right, TTD, where is it? I got to get out of this thing. CRWD. I didn't get the stubborn in this one. I sold it nicely yesterday too. Now it's breaking that hammer with volume. I sold it nice. I left like $2 on the table. I thought it was a chump. Here's CLNE. I'm long a lot of this thing. Here, I'll show you. CLNE, I'm pounding this thing to buy. I'm taking a little profit, but this is what I do. I bought it. I can't tell you how much I bought. I think I bought 30,000 shares. CLNE, buying 671, 682 to 690. I'm selling a little bit of CLNE at 747, and I have to. But this is the move. I like this thing. This is the new bet. This is the new one. Plug coming in, EMPH run, market pulling back a little bit here. I hope it's oils. Exxon EOG now testing the 8-day. Slob, Devon. You don't want Devon to go below that other day when it was down $10. That's bad news for the market. All right, I'll leave it there if there's any more questions. AT&T, good eye, Lewis. Maybe there is some action or value. It's all, listen, all you have to watch today is Coinbase, CNEY, Coinbase, TLT, UUP, Meta. I posted that before. Anything else is noise. And CPI, Binance, First Quark, Ring bearish. I was long this ring too. All right, guys, I'll leave it at that. Any other questions in TradeGATEHub? Do you like VZ? That was the last one. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone, okay? As little after 11:35, trade well, have a plan. We'll see you after lunch, and I'll see you after I watch this coach's video. Always go to the red YouTube button.